Wasps not as badly affected by international demands as Leicester, but David Young is still having to explore the outer reaches of his squad. He's been helped by the return to fitness of Joe Simpson and captain Hugo Southwell. Leicester are having to do without the best part of a team this weekend, and absences will be felt most in the front row, so much so that two 21-year-old props have been given the job either side of the slightly older George Shooter.
Touch! That's not 10.
Vunipola takes quickly and knocked off Jordan Crane. Now they'll switch it to the left, and now they've got real options, and this is Vondel, and he surely must score. And he does, despite the best efforts of the new fullback Matthew Tate. Tom Vondel scores his 8th Premiership try. He is razor sharp at the moment.
It's a good change of direction. Leicester fly up there. Smith stepping in. That creates the overlap on the outside. It was a really good angle.
This is Wade, who'd love to be involved in big Twickenham events in the future. And with form like this, who's to say he won't be? This will be one of the tries of the season if it's scored. But he was snuffled, what, inches short of the try line. Great scrambling defence from Leicester. How close was Wade to scoring?
They've got a free shot, the advantage being played for side entry.
The ball's knocked on by Simon McIntyre, a rather scruffy end to what was a simply brilliant passage of play.
The problem Leicester have on this right-hand side is they think they've got him, they've pincered. But when he takes the ball, he almost runs backwards to get round it, and then he runs through arms. And Shooter, is it Salvi, who knock each other off the ball, puts the burners on, and Morris does so well to get back.
Well, that looked close from this angle, but the touch judges were absolutely short. George Shooter took the ball in. Wasps concede the penalty. Leicester, first opportunity to trouble the scoreboard operator today.
Yep.
In the rain, in the groove. George Ford with Leicester's first points of a Sunday afternoon. Kitchener.
You want to settle things with a drive. Jordan Crane straight on the ball, pull in a few numbers and then attack.
This is Harrison off the pass from Waldrum. Handy attacking position for Leicester. The ball's a little bit slow. Crane tries to provide some momentum, but you don't get much if you run into Vunipola.
Release in the tackle. You must release earlier, preventing quick ball.
Vunipola a little bit perplexed by that decision, but Sean Davies' reasoning was clear enough. He rediscovered his kicking boots in a couple of matches against the New Zealand Maori and then against London Irish in the Anglo-Welsh, and he's brought them with him to Adams Park today. Having to look a fair way down the list of props to come up with Harris and Balmain, but two really promising
Michael
youngsters.
Holford back from
He's
loaned from Nottingham, who played here and at Leicester, obviously.
On the bench, he's on loan from Nottingham to cover the crisis, and Leicester's scrum in the second half has started well. It's drawn the penalty. Wasps began this match with a real bang with Vondel's try, but Leicester have been nibbling away at the lead ever since, and now for the first time they're ahead at the start of the second half. Thought about going for the boot. Thomas, Johnson, bouncing ball to Vondel. So real momentum about Wasps at the moment. Simpson again to Robinson. And Leicester were offside, so Wasps will have the penalty. Once again, you're wondering how Robinson managed to hang on to that. Lee Thomas on at half-time restores Wasps' lead in the rain.
Crouch! touch, set.
Controlled by Crane under plenty of pressure from Simpson, who in the end hooked it back and found Thomas, who's a big burly beast in midfield. Slightly less burly Christian Wade, but a little bit more dangerous, was hovering with some intent. And Simpson was crying out for the penalty. He said that Leicester were holding it in.
You must leave the ball alone.
Sean Davey was tended to agree with him. A couple of meaty Lee Thomas penalties have given Wasps an extended lead that they deserve for some increased domination in this match. Leicester putting something together for the first time in a while in an attacking sense. That was neatly worked. Harrison with Wenzel creating a little bit of an obstruction, and Leicester have got the penalty. Ford. Waldrum still playing the advantage. How much longer Sean Davey will be inclined to keep it that way. Holford took a right old clattering. It was a long advantage, and we do come back for it. George Ford in front of the posts, into the final quarter. Couple of points in it.
Get on with it, guys.
It's an interesting one for Vunipola. It needed to be tidied up by Johnson. And Leicester have the penalty.
Number 8, black 8, go back.
Billy Vunipola gave away some penalties that were costly in the first half.
8,
He might have given one away here that could be very costly going into the last 10 minutes. No. It's been a monumental defensive effort to keep Leicester in this match. George Ford has just failed in his attempt to put them ahead. Wasps have got to see out just 20 seconds more to secure a big, big win. Ford. Held up by Robinson. Phibbs, shooter, just beyond halfway. Tackled by Lee Thomas, whose penalties look like they're going to have done the trick for Wasps in this second half.
Brilliant pick-up from Tate, unexpected.
That's a more.
He's had a good game. Not just great to see him back, but Tate's done nothing wrong today, and he's played a full 80 himself. Whistle goes. Wasps, Sunday afternoon. Maybe not the crackler of Wasps Leicester games of old, but once again it's a fixture that's been won by the home team. Good value that. Leicester come away with the losing bonus point, but Wasps take the biggest share of the spoils.